Hello and welcome to Food Neighbourhoods on Monocle Radio. I'm Monica Lillis and once again we visit the places locals love for their food and drink. Today we're heading to Norway's third largest city, Trondheim. Also known as the Viking capital, Trondheim boasts abundant culinary traditions, particularly at Christmas time. Monocle's Oslo correspondent Lars Bevanger takes us on a taste-filled tour.
Trondheim and I go way back. This is where, at the tender age of 5, I had my first restaurant experience. It was a pizzeria, which in the 70s was extremely exotic. Today, the culinary map of my home city is transformed. Just over 200,000 people live here, but Trondheim punches well above its weight when it comes to culinary excellence. In recent years, its food and drink credentials have been cemented through a range of international events. It hosted the 2020 Nordic Michelin star reveal. It was the 2022 European Region of Gastronomy. The city hosted the 23 World Cheese Awards, and earlier this year, the Bocuse d'Or Europe. Because it's December, I thought I'd start by strolling through the Christmas market. It's nestled around the central statue of Viking King Olav Tryggvason, who founded Trondheim more than 1,000 years ago. Back then, people here soon discovered the fertile soil, a fjord full of fish and mountains rich in wild animals. This largely unspoilt nature still provides excellent local produce to today's Christmas market and Trondheim's restaurants. To get properly into the Christmas spirit, quite literally, I cross the river Nidelva and enter the old Bakklandet neighbourhood.
Hei. Takk. Anders?
Yes.
This is where you find Bakklandet Skysstasjon, a cafe and bar in a rickety mustard yellow wooden house from 1791 on a cobbled street lined with similar small picturesque houses. Anders Vattengård is the spirit sommelier here and a top expert on aquavit, a potato-based spirit flavoured with spices like caraway, dill, fennel and coriander. The name is derived from the Latin aqua vitae, the water of life. Aquavit is a must at Christmas, and Bakklandet Skysstasjon is the place to go because they have
just over 300, I think, different types, tastes, spices. I believe 90% are Norwegian, but we also have some Danish, most of the popular ones, and we have some Swedish as well. So here's my 3 liter of Gammel Opplag. That went empty last night, so I have to refill it. That's one of the most popular.
What other things can people get here?
You can get traditional Norwegian food. We have reindeer stew, we have a great fish soup. Every Sunday we are packed because we do the waffle buffet where you pay a certain price and you can you make your own waffles all day.
Not far from the Bakklandet neighbourhood, but back on the other side of the river again, is what is known as the Cultural Quarter, housing the city's library, an art gallery and the excellent book cafe Sellandrå. It's a perfect place for a bite to eat, and its award-winning baristas will serve you the best coffees in town. Also make sure to grab a toasted fruit and nut sandwich with a slice of the blue cheese råblå made at a farm just south of here, a Gold World Cheese Award winner that is unforgettable. Do also check out Sellandrå's amazing sister cafe and sourdough bakery, Isak, just around the corner in the old library building. The bakers here are real artists. Heading north from the Cultural Quarter, you will arrive at Trondheim's docks. First, you come to an area known as Solsiden, the sunny side, where ship construction has been replaced by shops and around 15 cafes and restaurants. This time of year, the post-industrial area is beautifully decked out in Christmas lights, and there's a boat-shaped ice rink where the wharf once stood. This is where you should go to sample lutefisk, perhaps the most famous or infamous Norwegian Christmas dish there is, depending on your taste. At Søstrene Karlsen, head chef Lisbeth Størvold prepares the perfect version. Lutefisk is dried cod which has been reconstituted after soaking in a lye solution and steamed until flaky. An acquired taste for many, and some never get there. But I love it. Just around the corner near the ice rink, you'll find my guilty pleasure, Sot Bar and Burger. Take away or eat in, their menu is simple yet delicious. Juicy burgers made in-house, served with mouth-watering caramelized red onions, blue cheese cream, truffle mayonnaise, or whatever else they've got their hands on that day. Very reasonably priced, it's a hit with students too. Walking further north in the dock area, you'll pass a colossal concrete building that was a World War II German submarine base, now home to the Trondheim City Archives, a bowling alley and more. By now, on your right, you will spot the gleaming white old E.C. Dahl's brewery, which predates the submarine bunker by nearly 100 years. Their Pilsner won the European Beer Star last year, which is one of the world's most prestigious beer competitions. And since 2016, the brewery has also got its own restaurant, pub or kjøkken, or pub and kitchen, where the many different and constantly changing beers from master brewer Wolfgang Lindell accompany a range of mouth-watering dishes. Managing director Alexander Schefter explains that where others have wine lists, they have a beer list.
We're making food for beer. So here we use more spices, we use the smoker very much, we grill almost everything. So it's more powerful, tasty food, not like lighter things that has to go good with wine, but more like bold flavors that compares very good with beer.
And do you then do, like people do wine pairings, do you do beer pairings?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Now, I'm tempted to stay for dinner here, especially because one of the items on their dessert menu, fried donut with salted caramel sauce, popcorn, berries and vanilla ice. But this time I head back into the centre of town again for a bit of a culinary mystery tour.
Bula is my first baby. It started as a very rebellious project, being a female, chef in a quite male-dominated industry as well. It was important for me to just say, not making any excuses for what I was doing, not trying to, please everybody, but just, being bold enough to actually challenge people.
René Fagerhøy is a force of nature. She opened Bula Neo Bistro soon after winning Top Chef Norway back in 2016. As soon as you walk in, you feel like you're in a mix of a tiki bar and someone's eccentric 1960s living room. Think pink flamingo wallpaper and chandeliers. And René enjoys the element of surprise.
In the 8 years now, I have never sent out a menu in advance. I never published a menu because the kind of surprise element is a huge part of dining at Bula. You never know what's going to happen. It's hugely personal to me, but in the end, it's all about giving people the best ingredients, the best food, the most exciting experiences with food and drinks and service. At the moment, we're doing like a tiny little smash burger, because I always just wanted to put the smash burger into a tasting menu. The actual patty is made from local prawns and dry-aged pork, and it's flavored with like a yuzu kosho type of chili paste that's common in Japan. But then we add all of these herbs. They're all Asian herbs, but they're locally grown, which I think is really cool. And we do a kind of like a salad mix on the burger as well that we flavor with fish sauce, but that's fish sauce made in Norway from just herring. So it's really delicious, full of umami. And then we just put it all into a bun, like a classic French brioche bun toasted in butter. So there you have like basically the whole world combined into like a tiny little smash burger that you really want to just eat 10 of, but we're only giving you one because we want you to still want to have a little bit more of it.
After 10 surprising dishes with René at Bula, it's time to slink home, but not before popping into Klempe I Dons, one of Trondheim's newest bars, which opened earlier this year, for a Mexican cocktail made by master bartender Jørgen Dons. A bit like at René Fagerhøy's Bula restaurant, you never quite know what you'll get. Jørgen keeps tweaking the classics to satisfy your lust for new experiences. And there's many more to be had here in Trondheim. For Monocle, I'm Lars Bevanger.
Food Neighbourhoods is a Monocle production from the team behind the menu. This episode was written and edited by Lars Bevanger. Our studio manager was Flynn Simons. For more food and drink stories, tune into the menu every Friday at 2000 London time. I'm Monica Lillis. Thanks for listening.